Okay, we're at day 2 of VMworld 2009 in San Francisco. So Alan Stewart, tell us what you did today. What was your highlights of today?
Well, one of the highlights was I attended a keynote and I heard a lot about VMware's management vision around managing virtual, physical, and applications, and that's kind of like been our management vision probably for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. We're watching it, and they're like, oh, you know, you can do this to manage SLAs, and you can take these actions, and you do this to the cloud, and it was app, and there really isn't any app insight in the VMware product right now. They really have it at a VM level, yet they really talk about optimizing at an app level, which ironically is really what we've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the other things I heard about was the notion of a vApp, really packaging an application using VMware Studio, packaging it and spitting it out in an OVF format. So it was really, you know, to me it really looked more like a virtual appliance. It didn't really use any sort of application virtualization. It was really just their model for packaging apps and then distributed them. So.
Yeah, and they kind of listed they talk about apps and VMs almost mixed together, and actually in one of the sessions I went to, it was like one app per VM, and it just seems a little bit almost like that appliance model. They're really not thinking about what people are using in terms of the VMs right now. And also in the keynote, I just didn't see that much that was new, and a lot of it is what they did in Europe and what they've been talking about, and it just seemed to be just more of the same rather than something exciting or a new product that came out. I mean, it was interesting demonstrations, even the power demonstration and the integration with the HP is stuff that we have in Operations Manager.
Absolutely, yeah. And when I looked at that, I looked at the Insight Manager integration, and that's something we've been doing with HP, delivering a management pack to get actual hardware-related events forwarded up into the management console. Couple that with Pro, and now you have all this integration already.
Exactly. At MMS, we even demonstrated the 2 scenarios they showed, managing physical hardware and power, but we linked it to Pro and actually did live migrations based on those events. And I think that's something critical, that you don't want just to have vMotion or live migration to do optimization and also Insight at one level. The key is to pull them together in order to do the optimizations based on things like services and systems and other things like that. That's true physical and virtual. It's not just physical and virtual in one console, but merging the management of the 2 together.
So actually I felt pretty good getting their message that hey, it's really not about the VM anymore, it's about the applications, because we've always been delivering application level knowledge and saying, hey, it's about the app in the VM, it's about the app. So it seems like they're coming around to our school of thinking, actually.
Yeah, and I think really if you look at the Microsoft solution, it gives you a lot of that right now. I talked to a lot of people, and they may not be aware of that, but if you actually just go ahead and take a look, see what System Center provides, it's not just about Hyper-V, or the hypervisor, it's a lot about management. And when you really want to talk about app management, especially in Windows, which is running the majority of the VM, that's where Microsoft really has a lot of great tools, a lot of experience, the rich feature set, and now we're tying it to virtualization.
Well, thank you, Edwin Yuen and Alan Stewart, for that great recap of VMworld 2009 day 2, and we look forward to talking to you again.
And remember, it's about the workload.